I'm News 1130's Peter Wagner reporting from Ferndale, Washington. Earlier today, we heard from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He was hesitant to offer us a look at some of the federal models for how things could go in Canada with the COVID-19 pandemic. How many people may need to be hospitalized? How many potential total positives could there be? Contrast that with Washington State, where it feels like we've been talking about data every day since that state of emergency was declared. Governor Jay Inslee has been very data focused with this, using things like traffic information to figure out whether Washingtonians are actually socially distancing so that we can stem the spread of COVID-19. Now, the troubling thing to the governor recently is that in the last couple of days, the rate of positive tests in Washington State has gone up. And he's saying the troubling part of that especially is that this is coming from more rural counties in Washington, places that aren't connected to Seattle. So he's saying that more social distancing is going to be required for longer. Lots of people here have been asking, when is the stay home, stay healthy order going to be lifted? Governor Inslee not sort of pinning a date on the calendar, not doing that, but he is saying that it's very likely, highly likely, in fact, that the social distancing restrictions and the non-essential business closures may be continuing for a while longer, since we're going to need to see that rate of positive cases dropping in Washington State. Let's turn to the employment side right now. Lots of people out of work here in Washington. Now we're getting the data to show how many people are looking for help. The state reporting that between last year and this year, there's been a 3,500% year-over-year increase in requests for unemployment benefits in Washington State. Now, still working teachers and people who work in education. Now, people in Washington State and teachers and districts trying to figure out how they're going to offer education in this new era. I got a chance to talk with a smaller district today, Bellingham. That's in the northwest corner of the state, not far from where I am, just about how they're planning to handle this. Of course, technology is a big part of it, but key for the district is also going to be trying to maintain social relationships and social education. So much of education in schools isn't just lesson plans, they tell me, but it's also all the social education that goes on around that. So the thing they're asking, the key message, and I'm sure it's the same message from so many districts, grace and patience as they try to figure things out and they try to make things work not only for kids, but parents as well. They say that keeping families secure, keeping them healthy and happy is a top priority for educators in Washington State and all over the world as well. We'll be keeping you up to date on the latest in Washington State, Canada, and around the world on air and online. For City News in Ferndale, Washington, I'm News 1130's Peter Wagner.